FTB Game Balls is sponsored by the 409 Tailgate Club. Spice up your Saturday spread in Happy Valley with 409's barbecue rubs and signature Bloody Mary mix. To order, visit 409tailgateclub.com today.
Good thing the CFP powers that be let SMU play its hype video on the Beaver Stadium big boards during pregame warmups, or else things could have gotten really, really, really ugly out there instead of just, really, really ugly. A first-of-its-kind contest containing all the suspense found in classic tilts such as Bug v. Windshield, Generals v. Globetrotters, and Cold Weather v. Southern College Football Team, Penn State survived and advanced its way to the second round of the playoffs with a no-doubter 4-touchdown rout that will somehow make snubbed SEC fans even more insufferable online. Following a familiar but frustrating script, albeit a complete 180 from what we saw in Indy 2 weeks ago, it was the Penn State defense that held back the hair of a nauseating-to-watch offense for the majority of the first half, scoring a pair of pick sixes in a single game for the first time since 1998. For good measure, the Nittany Lions also tacked on 11 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 forced holding calls, and, by our count, 58 unflagged holding calls. In the ever-evolving, yet seldom for the better, world of college football, Dom DeLuca is an endangered species. Not Dom himself, mind you. Agent Zero still has an entire season of eligibility remaining whenever this current campaign concludes. No, we're referring to the idea of Dom DeLuca, an overlooked, under-recruited walk-on who paid his own way for a non-guaranteed chance to perform on the only stage he ever wanted to grace. As James Franklin spoke about post-game in a condensed episode of Dom DeLuca, This Is Your Life, upcoming inflated scholarship limits could make stories like Dom's the last of their kind. While that is a bit of a bummer, it does remind us to appreciate DeLuca's latest and greatest chapter from Saturday that much more. 5 total tackles, a shared sack, and 2 game-shifting interceptions. A hair past midway through the first quarter, DeLuca followed the eyes of generous-to-a-fault SMU quarterback Kevin Jennings and broke on an overthrown ball for the game's first score. Just as pivotal, although likely to be forgotten because of the lopsided outcome, DeLuca absolutely bailed Franklin out of a reckless 4th-and-1 failure on Penn State's own 19-yard line. With the Mustangs set to cut the 14-0 deficit in half, DeLuca hung in Jennings' passing lane, deflected the throw, and ID'd the tip above his head to keep the Mustangs scoreless.